Hi Deepak, good evening and
Good evening,
welcome
Vinay.
you to the speaker interview session of AI Test Press 2026 that is happening on 9th May 2026. It's a second edition of AI Test Fest happening in the Nagarro Gurugram office
Mhm.
and brought to you by ATA and Nagarro. So welcome you to the speaker interview series. Could
Thank
you
you.
please introduce yourself a bit?
My name is Deepak Koul. I'm a senior engineering manager in Red Hat. Uh, Prior to working in Red Hat, I was a QE lead in PTC, Pune. So I have around 20 years of experience in IT, half of it in quality engineering and rest of it in development engineering. So yeah,
Yeah, thank you so much for uh, wonderful introduction, Deepak. So I will take it in a reverse way. So what are your hobbies? What do you do in
uh,
your free time apart from tech work?
I like to travel. I
Okay,
have traveled almost, you know, 18 countries both on the
nice,
eastern side of India and the Europe, America, all that.
nice. So this AI thing, how do you see this AI thing in a global prospect? Not only in India, as you are a traveler, so maybe sometimes you are traveling for work purpose as well. Sometimes you are traveling
Right.
for personal purpose. So how people pursue on a global stage, how people, different countries, how people see it.
Hmm. I think it depends. In some of the European countries, there has been because they think a lot about sustainability and uh, social equality and social justice. So that's why they have been slightly slower than, let's say, the people in America, India, and China to adopt newer technologies and to make that kind of head start in using AI and probably doing new things with AI. So uh, hopefully that will change and they'll catch up really soon. But this is what I have observed so far globally.
Yeah, I agree. I have also worked with European people. They are slow to adopt new changes and also they value life more than any
Right.
tech or anything. So
Exactly.
they
Yeah.
enjoy their life and they just work the working hours. That's it.
Right.
And they work efficiently and then they live. If they are
Yeah.
on leave, they are on leave. They are on holiday, they are on holiday.
Right.
So that is their lifestyle. Okay. So what is your topic? What are you bringing on the table for the audience in this conference? I am hearing you, I think 4 or 5 years in ATA,
Mhm.
GTR and other conferences. So what are you bringing on the table in this conference and how it will be helping the people and what's so special about this talk?
Right. So what I have noticed is most of the Indian companies have almost adopted any one particular kind of code generator. A lot of them have gone ahead with Claude, some with Cursor, and most of them with GitHub Copilot, Microsoft Copilot, or something like that. And some have their own coding agents, which talk to a specialized coding model. So, but the thing is, the testers are using the same tool. And then when you ask, regardless of how much context, like the project context and business specifications and requirements and Jira tickets through MCP, you give to your coding agent and ask it to create test cases. What you are essentially doing is asking the agent to create variation, because if you look at the decoding parameters of how a transformer architecture works, the temperature top K and top P, they just change the variation. They cannot invert the results. And that is by design. That works well with coding, because if you ask Claude to generate a React component to, let's say, have a hospital admission form, And if you ask the same thing 10 times, the model is supposed to give you the same component 10 times. No diversion, nothing, no creativity, right? And that's why
Yeah.
all these tools, the coding generators, they lock your decoding parameters. They don't allow you to change temperature. Now,
Okay.
when you have to do testing or write test cases, you have some knowledge in the form of context files for your model. It has to look at this and create test cases. But you are asking a tool which is designed for giving you the median value, the average value, right?
Yeah.
But if you have a testing background, uh, or people who have they'll know that all the nasty bugs live on the long and tail of the spectrum, right? Let's say I started a payment, and then there was a drop in internet packets, right?
Mhm.
Those things, those edge cases, your model will never tell you. It will. So if you give it, this is my login form, go and create test cases, it will create variations. For example, it can test with emojis, multi-byte characters, kanji characters, blank, and everything. Like, it can do better than humans in generating variation, but it cannot generate exploration, right?
So that leads to a debate which is going on in the market that humans will be relevant in the job or not. That explains that humans will be, but with more corner cases, more validation point of things,
Hmm.
and
Hmm.
it means human needs to validate the AI agents. Correct me if I'm
Right,
wrong.
right, 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 right. So I have given in my talk, there is a framework called Human AI Human Framework. So it
Yeah.
says that what are we good at? We are good at exploration, right? When you and I sit in a car, we don't ask car to take us somewhere. We decide
Yeah.
where we have to go, and then we use GPS to find the better route. And
Yeah.
GPS can give more than one option. Take this
Yeah.
highway, you will save tolls. Take this highway, it is 2 minutes slower. Take this highway or this shortcut, it is 5 minutes faster, something like that, right? But essentially, the point where you have to go, you have to decide that, right? And once you
Yeah.
reach that point, you have to make sure that by observing the area that I have reached the right point, right?
Yeah.
So
So with this, what do you suggest for the people who are still confused, the QAs, what to do next? They have previously Selenium, then
right,
Playwright, then Python with Selenium came up, blockchain came up, RPA came up, lots of things came up. So, what do you suggest for the fresh QAs as well as experienced QAs, how they should move ahead in the era of AI?
I think how they need to move ahead is create the uh, business knowledge, the domain expertise. So the person think about the same scenario. You and I are planning to go out for lunch.
Yeah,
If both of us are not foodies, will not be able to suggest the Uber driver where to go, right? So which means that we are neither sure of the path nor we are sure of the destination. But in human AI human framework, the human first has to show the judgment of what needs to be tested, and then give that idea to the AI for it to generate variation where it can do it tirelessly. It won't
yeah,
tire, it won't run out of choices. AI is
yeah.
good in generating variation because it
Yes.
is trained off ton of data.
Recently in India, we had a biggest AI summit in the world. I think first AI
Yeah,
summit in the world. What do
right.
you see as per India as a country context? Was it too early to do that particular summit, or it was a perfect time to get people in one group and talk about AI
I
on
think
the
it
global
was it
stage?
was in my understanding it was 100% the perfect time. Government doing this means that from a government perspective, if I am a country which is outside India. Let's say I'm India's ally in the west or in the east, and I see that the government, central government, is very serious about adopting AI, and
Yeah.
uh, and it would mean that if I'm planning to start a business in invest in India, I'll get good government support in running that business. If it is an AI related business, plus government being serious about that would also reflect in education and coaching and all those things, right? In college curriculums. So essentially, what government showed world is that we are ready to invest to build that AI ecosystem where you will get space, you will get engineers, you will get upcoming talent like early talent, interns, and all that. So you are all welcome to come and join us on this AI journey. So I think that was good
Okay.
messaging.
Agreed. Don't you think so? The newcomers getting lazy with AI?
Yes, exactly. Yes, yes. So again, there was a quote which I read very recently that uh, you remember in our culture we have this habit of fasting on, let's say, the third
Yeah.
Tuesday or Ekadashi or something. So this person said that there should be AI fasting as well, because see, for us as the tech people, we are more exposed to AI than a bank manager or a teacher or anyone in the government offices, right? They are exposed to computers and mobile phones, but we are actually exposed to AI systems like models and MCPs agents on our daily basis. So what happens is with that kind of exposure, you sometimes start some kind of cognitive decline yourself. So how do you test that? By if you fast, if you decide that okay, last Friday of the month I'm not going to use any chat GPT, any code generator, and I'll going to do all of this stuff by myself manually. By doing that, you will be able to evaluate whether you are in a state of decline cognitively. Are you able to come up with two paragraphs on your own without using chat GPT, writing an email on your own, writing a document, or writing code on your own? And similarly, you'll also be able to see if you are in a state of decline, you have to stop using that for a bit and get into practice of doing it by hand again. So that is a good technique, I think. Taking a small
Yeah,
detox break once in a while.
agree. Yeah, it is needed from
Yeah,
everything which we do on a more rigorous basis, like using a phone, social media, or
right.
something. Everything we use so much, we need to get a break from that. So, where are you traveling next?
I'm going to Japan on
Oh,
11th May.
nice.
So
It will be
I'll
a
come.
cherry blossom season? No, right?
No, I'll probably
Little bit.
maybe a little bit. Yeah, it starts in April, so maybe there
Yeah.
would be some on the northern parts. Let's see.
Yep. Thank you so much, Deepak, for bringing out time for this speaker
No problem.
interview. On the on behalf of AI Test Fest organizing team, I welcome you as a speaker. Let's make
Thank
it a
you.
great conference and would really looking forward to hear you on stage on 9th May. Thank you so
Thank you.
much.
Thanks for having me. Thank you.